Hey guys, my name is Emma and today I'm going to be doing the BookTube Newbie Tag, which is just a great way of introducing yourself to the BookTube community. So let's just get on with the tag show. First question is, why did you start your BookTube channel? I tend to go through phases now that I'm kind of out of studying. I've been in the adult world for a little while, where I will read lots of books. And then I will go through phases where I read almost nothing. And I definitely noticed that one of the big things for me that helps me to read lots of books is by having lots of books that I want to read. So when I bother to take the time to find a big collection of books, then I'm far more likely to keep reading them. So when I discovered the BookTube community about 8 months ago, I found that my reading habits dramatically increased because I was finding books that I wanted to read on more of a regular basis. So my logic is that by starting a BookTube channel and feeling that pressure to create content for it, I will both continue to read but also continue to read widely, which is exactly what I want. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? And to be honest, I think that any individual's views on books are going to bring something fun and unique to the table. I tend to read quite widely and I've got some really cool ideas coming up for some fun challenges. So I'm really hoping that there'll be some content for everybody here. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited about on this channel? And to be honest, I'm just excited to be starting to do it. Like, I've been planning to start a BookTube channel for the past sort of 4 or 5 months, and it's just, life has really not been in a place where I could do that and commit that kind of time to start it properly. So for me, it's just about actually like getting in front of the camera and doing this. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? And this is going to end up answering probably one of the later questions, but I've literally always been a reader. I've read consistently throughout my life. I've read extensively throughout my life. I think since being able to read, reading has been part of my life. And so for me, it's this kind of one constant. I just generally like the medium. It gives so much room for the experiencer to put their own spin on it. You know, when you watch a movie, everything is put there for you. You get the director's vision. Whereas when you read a book, it's very much your imagination and your interpretation of the author's words. And I really like that element of control, so I think that's one of the reasons why I love reading. Question number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? And kind of linking back to my previous answer, there is no one particular book or series that got me into reading. I have always read. Question number 6 is, what questions do you have for your favourite booktubers? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have any. So if I did, I'd probably just ask you in your comments. So I'm gonna skip this one. Question number 7 is, what challenges are gonna be the hardest to overcome for your BookTube channel? And I think, just like with any new challenge, it's going to be those learning curves at the beginning. Simple things like the editing will be rocky to begin with. I'm assuming the sound is going to be horrendous. You can just hear traffic constantly where I live. Getting into the habit of doing videos and regularly creating content. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? And I feel like I kind of covered this earlier with my answers to question number 4. Basically, I started reading when I learnt to read at school, and I haven't really stopped. Question 9 is, where do you read? I love reading and I can get back into a book very easily. About my house, I will read curled up in bed, curled up on the sofa. This room in particular is both where my house rabbits live, but also it's kind of the reading room, reading nook. I can read whilst I walk. I have a book on me pretty much 24/7 because I can read anywhere. Question number 10, which is our final question, is, what kind of books do you like to read? As you'll see in videos to come, I read very, very broadly. I don't tend to read YA too much or middle grade. Other than that, I will read a bit of everything. Reading for me functions as a way to be able to broaden my horizons as widely as I possibly can. And whilst I do have some preferred genres, and for me it's my responsibility as a reader to read as widely as I can and be pushing myself to find things that are outside my comfort zone, because otherwise you just get really stuck. And actually, when you open up a book, you can find a whole new world. So wouldn't it be really cool if that world was fairly consistently a completely different world to the one that you're normally used to? But that's just my personal opinion. I know there are so many people out there who like to read one particular genre and get really, really into it. So power to you if you're like that. We've now come to the end of the newbie book tag, and it's sort of just a nice little intro into who I am and what this channel is hopefully going to be about. So I'm going to be posting at least once a week, and if you like the sound of my voice and haven't found me too irritating, or the ambient noise hasn't been too ridiculous, then stay tuned and I will talk to you soon. Okay, thanks. Bye!